go snag some extra vert. I'm gonna go down this. Okay, maybe not right here, but oh shit! Rattlesnake! Oh shit! Oh god. I knew that way was bad. I knew it. Oh, hey guys. Before I begin, I wanted to open up this package on camera, and then I'm going to talk for a little bit about my Hardrock experience. But first off, this is a package from Maya Ray Ray. If you guys don't know who Maya Ray Ray is, you should check out our Mountain Out House show, because she's one of our talented correspondents, and she sent this to us, and I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna open this up, if I can get into it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, we've got, oh wow, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. We've got luggage tags. This one is for Michael Carson. This one is for Jam Jam Curry 2017. We got a note here. It says, I was on a trip and got you these, from Maya Ray Ray. Thank you, Maya Ray Ray. This is so sweet. I will give this to Michael. If you're watching, Michael, this will be on your desk. And this is gonna go on my bag. I'm so excited to use this. This is really, really cool. Let me set those aside, and I want to address some of my post-Hardrock thoughts. It's now, this is actually Tuesday, nope, Monday. Nope, what is today? Today is Monday. And I'm back in Phoenix, back at our office here for just 2 days, about 48 hours. Got a lot going on this time of year. It's really exciting stuff. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in to these videos. So this is gonna be completely ad-libbed, this little talk, but I guess what I was envisioning with this is to touch a little bit back on the episode where I was out on a run and I was talking about being down or maybe a little depressed, and I received, some concerning comments about that, and I think I have a little more enlightenment to share now, but I had like this one phrase where I said, like, my train is just sitting at the station, and I think it's safe to say that my train has left the station, if you want to go that far. But I had a really good run at Hardrock this year, and really exciting things ahead. And I think I can attribute it mostly to the fact that I was just happy, and my training wasn't like that great necessarily. This whole year I've been averaging maybe 20 to 25 miles a week if you go look at my Strava. And as of late, the last 6 weeks before the race, I did get some more running in, maybe more like average of 50 miles a week, but still some low weeks and then some high weeks, like a couple 100-mile weeks. But my approach to the race was that of not having any goals necessarily. I wanted to have fun, I wanted to not nap, and I wanted to go sub 30 if it was in the cards. If not, I didn't really care. I started out really conservative. As you saw in the video, I was just kind of like sauntering along and just walking, and I was able to connect with my brother and my friend James, and I don't want to go a ton into everything, but I feel like I should touch a little bit. I had a pretty big falling out with my family and my brother, and having to do with Aravaipa, because it is a family business, a couple years back, and that was really hard on my entire family. As some of you also know, like, I do have a son with my ex, and there's that's been a struggle. So like all of these things over the past like 3 years has been really difficult for me. Trying to keep keep a business going when kind of your family and who was my coworkers at the time, kind of all those relationships fell apart. And while they kind of left the scene, I was through all of that. I had to keep things going and keep the face of the company and keep things alive. Keep the events going on and manage new staff members coming on board. Manage, a failed relationship where there's now a child involved. Difficult stuff, like real life, real difficult things. And through that, my running took a huge toll. I wanted to keep it going. I kept doing races, but it was really challenging to get the running in and to keep excited about it. It didn't seem all that important to do a race. I still wanted to do them, but it was hard to prioritize the training when there's all these other things going on behind the scenes, with these challenging relationships. But I'm happy to say that like things are improving, like massively, dramatic improvements in the last even few weeks, I would say, with not only my family, which has come back together, my brother. That's why, like, if you saw him and I hanging out during my Hardrock film, like that was actually a really big deal, that we were able to kind of be just brothers together running in the mountains. I mean, we ran our first 100-miler back and forth like that, the Angeles Crest. We road tripped out to Hardrock the first year that I ever went out there in 2007. We paced each other. I mean, we worked together. It's a lot, and it's really great to just be brothers with him again, and not to have to, I guess, have all the drama that was associated with it. So, yeah, I don't know that I need to go any more into it other than like it was a big deal having my parents helping me and able to give them a hug out on course, and then going in with my son and my ex, like she brought him out to the race, which was super cool. And he wasn't at the start line, but he was at 2 of the aid stations on course at Cunningham and Grouse, and then he was there at my finish, which I think you all saw. And really the biggest priority of that relationship is him, is Taggart, and we are attempting to co-parent together and raise a child in the best way that we can, while not being in a relationship. And that it feels like it is improving and it's getting better. And I know that that's super important to me. Like, I want him to not see us in conflict, but to see us where he's the focus and he's the priority of that. And that's all improved and gotten better as well. And so, yeah, out there, I also had, some great new friends that I've met this summer that Morgan helped crew me. I had a couple friends pace me that are longtime buddies. So overall, just not only did I go into the race with no expectations really and took it easy, but I think the video that I made showed it as well. Like, I was just legitimately having a good time and happy out there. And I think that goes a really long way into having a successful race. Because really, like, the last successful race I feel like I've had was the San Diego 100 in 2014. So I'm super pumped right now. I ran so easy, even though I ran 29 hours. Like, I didn't really push it other than running really hard into Telluride and really hard at the end. That I feel pretty good right now. Like, I've given it a week off, kind of just a couple runs, and I've got actually a really big project that I'm going to be announcing soon. It's going to be a new direction for this video series over the next 8 months, leading towards the 2018 Barkley Marathons. I don't know that I'm in the race yet, but I'm assuming and training like I'm in. I'm not going to say anything more about that right now, but like, if you stay tuned to this this online video show, there will be a lot of training having to do with that race and a really long-term smart build-up. And hopefully me being in a happier place is going to mean that my training is going to go well. So I want to touch a little bit more on Hardrock. And so I set out with my video camera. I didn't want to carry my big one because I wanted to focus on the race. And it was funny when I pulled the camera out the first time at mile 1 and did a little check-in. I was like, this is kind of fun. Maybe I will do a check-in each mile. I didn't plan on it going that way, but it really kept the miles ticking by really well, and I figured it would give a really cool insight to like the mile by mile scenery of the race and what everyone around me was going through, but also how I'm feeling. And you could tell I was like in better moods in some spots, and going up handies I was like a little bit quieter and I didn't say a whole lot. I had a bit of a low point after that hailstorm because I got so amped up and jacked up from the energy of that thing. You know, it's almost like you go into survival mode and your adrenaline spikes, and I had to come off of that a little bit. And when I did, I got really sleepy going up handies, and just tried to do the best I could. So going down into Uray is when I handed my camera off to my first pacer, Michael Versteeg, and he was filming a little bit. And then he handed the camera off to Skylar, and I thought, this is great. Like, they can just keep filming me while we're going. And what happened out of Uray was I got a little amped up. First I got tired. And then I took a couple some caffeine pills and got a little jacked up. I passed my brother, which was a boost. I passed my friend Anthony, which was a boost. And I started literally running up Camp Bird Road, which is one of the biggest extended climbs on the course up to Kroger's Canteen. I got so sleepy though, kind of getting near the top because I was sprinting and all this stuff. And Skylar ended up leaving the camera turned on in his pack when he had stored it away. So we weren't really able to get much footage beyond that. But I made it up to Governors in a pretty good time, like 2:10. Made it up to Virginius a little slower. And it was so cool being up at 13,000 feet at Kroger's Canteen. It's like mile 67. And I didn't even realize it at first, but like the people that were working the aid station, it's like Scott Jurek and Diana Finkel, both past winners of Hardrock. Rock Horton, of course, it's his aid station. Jeff Browning. It's like, man, all these legends are here just serving me in my race. This is really the coolest thing. So I ate some like hot pierogies and saw they had a Red Bull, so I kind of took a swig of it, and that boosted me up pretty good. When I was running down towards Telluride, Skylar and I were running pretty strong, and then someone's coming up behind us, and it turns out it's my brother. He had like gotten a second wind, and he like kind of blew past me pretty quick, and I tried to go with him. Of course, he like runs out of sight. He had a lot more 100-mile weeks on his legs than I did. But then we picked off, like we started picking off these runners. They had told me I was in 10th place at Kroger's, which turned out I was in 13th, but we'd pass one runner. It was like Scott Jaime, and then like around the next corner, like there's another headlamp, and it's not my brother, it's like another runner. And then I passed Darcy, and there's another runner, and past 5 runners going literally the switchbacks into Telluride. You can see it right below. And I dropped my pacer, Skylar, and right when I hit the pavement and turned the corner, I could see my brother. So I like sprinted down. I passed him right before the aid station, like blew in. People were yelling at me, we're here. I went right to the bathroom, and then I was like in game mode. I did something similar 4 years ago in 2013, and I just like smashed the back end of that course. So like I came out of the bathroom, I was like, I need a burrito, I need a Monster Energy, I need like all this other stuff, and I was just like, I need new socks, and just like totally on point. Grabbed my new pacer, Michael Versteeg. He paced me again after Skylar was done, and we took off up towards Oster's Pass, and I had a really good split up to the top there. But then, like right as we were cresting over the top, my breathing started to become an issue. So it was hard for me to breathe up high. And then like, I think there was something else. I think I was starting to get nauseous as well. So that slowed me down on the descent. My brother caught back up with me about 4 switchbacks down on Oscars. And it was kind of crazy because I think they got some fresh snow up there because there was like just all this fresh white powder up there. It was kind of nuts. I got into Chapman Aid Station, the next one, with like 18 miles to go. Morgan, my crew, was there, and we kind of hung out for like 30 minutes. I just needed like a little bit of time to reset. So I took time to eat, which I hadn't been eating much. And right about then is when the sun was coming back up. So it had been, almost like a 24-hour cycle. And setting out of there was pretty hard because I was tired. I couldn't breathe that well up high. And I was just kind of like, you just want things to be over. I was at that stage of the 100 where I'm just looking forward to like laying in bed. And eventually, I got to the point up near the talus slopes of Grant Swamp Pass, and I would take 10 steps and have to like put my hands on my knees and just bend over and try and regain my breath. My pacer was like way out in front of me. I felt pretty bad that he had to keep waiting up for me, but we eventually like scrambled up to the top, saw a beautiful island lake below us. I wish I had a camera and some video shots of all this stuff, but it just wasn't in the cards. Made our way down to KT Aid Station. I saw a bear, which I thought was a dog, like kind of scamper off ahead of me and go off the side of the trail. KT, again, that's like one of the last aid stations. Again, kind of made really slow progress up the final couple climbs and was like literally crawling up the last climb. Still in the top 10 at this point. And when we crested the other side, my pacer at one point as we were going down, he like waits up for me and he's like, "Hey, take these." He had like an Advil and a caffeine pill in his hand, and I was like, I can't do it, man. Like, I can't take any more of like the caffeine pills, and I won't take painkillers. He's like, you got to protect 10th place, and you got to go under 30. And him just saying that like lit a fire under me. I had been carrying a Monster energy drink too, so he's like, you just need to like dump that out and like lower the weight. So I actually took a couple swigs and we just dumped it out, packed away the trash, and just like, I didn't want to run hard there, but I really had no choice because I felt like this pressure from him, like I was going to let him down. So I also thought he knew more than I did. Like maybe he knew, like he could see the 10th place person or 11th place person coming up. So I just took off and made it to the next aid station, and I just like got my water filled real quick and grabbed like a pickle and just took off. And from there, it's 5 miles to the finish. The trail's super technical and like not super easy to run strong on, but I just did it. And I was like so mad at him at the time. I was like, why are you making me do this? I don't know. He just kept like putting this pressure, this psychological pressure on me. But I'm really thankful he did because we crossed the river. No one had passed us. I got onto the Newt Chute, which is the final like 2 miles of the race to town. And with like less than a mile to go, we like pop out on this red talus, and I could see the 9th place runner right in front of me. Saw him and I just took off. Caught him like a couple swoops of the trail later, passed him, like convincingly passed him, and just ran all the way up the Shrine Road before dropping down to town. I ended up putting like 2 minutes on him, just like kind of buried his hopes there really quick. And then it was in, grab my son, kiss the rock, and it was over 29 hours, 2 minutes. That's a PR for me by over 2 hours. Like I said, I mean, I feel pretty good today. So I don't know if you guys have more questions about my Hardrock experience. I would love to go deeper. I don't know what you're curious about. You probably saw the first half of my race is all public video. The second half is a little bit more of a secret, but hopefully I've shed some light on it now. Feel free to comment and ask questions. I will be sure to go down through there. If you have a more private question, feel free to message me on Instagram or something, or Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to go deeper into some of this stuff. Or even some of the other stuff I was talking about with, my family or, past relationships. I'm really fortunate to have all these people in my life for all the situations. It's not like anyone's innocent or it's anyone's fault necessarily, but I'm just thankful that everyone has kind of stuck by me. I've made mistakes, and I'm just happy that those are mending, and I'm thankful for that. I think it's going to be really good just for life in general going forward. I'm really pumped about life. I'm pumped about everything that's going on. I'm pumped about my running and my kids' future and the future of our companies and the employees that we have working and the volunteers, and really just thankful for everyone, thankful for all of you that are tuning in, watching this video. I really enjoy making this video content, and I hope to keep sharing all this with you guys. Just appreciate everyone tuning in and taking time out of your day to watch this stuff. It's fun to share. Comment too, let me know what you want to see. So I think that wraps up all that I wanted to say as far as Hardrock 2017. That's kind of out of the way now, and now we're just looking towards the future. Like I said, I'm going to be announcing kind of a new video project for leading into the rest of this year in 2018. I am scheduled to run one more race this summer. That's the TDS. It's a 120 kilometer version of UTMB. That's coming up pretty quick, like 5 or so weeks away now. So that's like a 75-mile run. I'm really treating it as a training run, no joke. It's just going to be part of my build-up at this point for bigger goals, but really excited to head back to Europe, head back to France, and get another chance to run in like what I consider like one of the most magical areas for trail running and one of the most magical events in the world, which is like the UTMB series of events. If you've never been there, it's pretty unbelievable stuff, and I'm going to share as much as I can video-wise with you guys as I go along that journey. So that's it. Again, thank you guys all for viewing this, subscribing to this channel. If you're not subscribed or you want to share this with someone, I would be honored that you would do so, as we've got some pretty big things in the works. So stay tuned for more inspiring stuff. Yeah. Peace. Later, guys.
Just getting out for a quick run, hopping out the door here right around dusk for at least a few minutes of running. Oh shit! I'm actually gonna head towards the vert part of the mountain in my hood. Get that street running. Get that road running in. What's up, neighbors? There it is. We're in the Phoenix Mountains. It's like a jungle. The birds are flapping. Whew. Ah! Dang, these houses are dope. I wonder how many of the people that live right there actually run the trails. I hope they all do, because it's a fucking gift to live right here. No joke. I was conversing with a friend just a little bit ago in Utah about going up to Outdoor Retailer. I'm heading there tomorrow, and he wanted to get a run in, but he's like, we could go for a run or we could go for a grind vert or run vert. It's like, what the hell is the difference? What's grinding the vert? And it's just this. It's just walking. It's just walking up a freaking hill. That's grinding. I'm grinding right now. Grinding this hill. Can you see? It's just walking. This is it, guys. This is where I live. This is my home turf. Like 2 minutes from trails. Well, no, not even. 2 minutes from vert trails where we grind, and about 5 seconds from run trails, not to be confused with grinding trails. And we can get some serious vertical here, right here in Phoenix, Arizona, the suburbiest burbville in the land. Oh, we got some gnarly ass trails here. Yeah, and some beautiful, humid, monsoon-like weather. Last night it looked like it was gonna, like, the apocalypse was coming. Tonight it's not so bad, but it is muggy, so muggy. I was gonna wait to the top to say this, but I don't want to let this moment slip and forget, but I feel pretty good right now. It might be all the coffee I drank this morning, but regardless, focus on the task at hand. I feel really good post Hardrock, and I think shit's about to get real crazy. We're about to embark on a journey, and then when I say we, I mean you and me, and not just like, honestly, that you're gonna sit there and watch all these videos, but seriously, get the heck outside and like do some shit. Like, get up right now. I'm talking to you, viewing this. Let's smash some stuff, okay? I've got a goal next April. That's a long-term goal. I don't know what percentage of my life that is, but I'm like 32 years old. So I think it's 8 months of a 32-year-old's life. Maybe 33 by then. It's a fairly long-term goal. So what are your goals? What do you got going on? Set some goals, and then let's go smash it. You know, I'm gonna be getting out every day, starting now, with that shit in mind. So, I don't know. Like, cool, watch this, get inspired, but then like do something. Don't just get inspired and not do something. Get out there and grind, okay? Good, I said what I wanted to say. Now let's go run. Two things. One, it's so muggy. It's so freaking humid. Two, I think I know why I feel so good. It's because I'm coming to here from sleeping at 11,000 feet and 9,000 feet and running up to 13,000 feet. And this is 1,000. 1K. That's all we get here. They only give us 1K of vert, but that's more than some. I know all you run flat, stay low people out there would be jonesing for this stuff. I mean, look at this. This is craggy stuff. I mean, grinding, walking, grinding. Oh, hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to my good buddy Kim Bessler. So I know you'll see this at some point, but seriously, congratulations on your Never Summer 100K finish. Even though you put in a couple extra miles because you had your head down. But if you don't know Kim, she goes by halfpint22 on Instagram. We've been Insta buddies. We met in person for the first time, and on our first run together, I just knocked her into the ground. Boom! Fractured her patella. Okay, I didn't actually push her, guys, but she did fall and get hurt on our very first run together doing speed work outside of Ophir. Despite getting a diagnosis of a fractured patella, she went ahead with the race because she is that hardcore, ladies and gents. So shout out of the week, jams woo of the week That could be a cool segment. So yeah, if you want to nominate someone for the Jam Jam shout out of the week, you know, what are the, as they say, as the kids say, slide into the DMs. I mean, look at this. This is it. This is some geological stuff right here. Look at that, quartz, vertical quartz. Yeah, we're gonna mine this stuff someday. That about wraps it up. 4.8 miles with 1,200 feet of climb, just over an hour. Good to get out.